Are we live yet?
We are right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, we've been live for 10 seconds. It's just people staring at us.
Well, the first 5 seconds don't count. There's nobody was staring at us.
Yeah, but then when they rewatch this, you know what I mean?
No, I removed the beginning. You can.
So.
Nobody's seeing anything they're not supposed to see. All right. I gotta set up a couple things on the back end. Did you tweet? You didn't tweet, right?
Nope, but I will take care of that right now. Oh, buddy, I could tell you're in a good mood.
We'll talk about it later. There's some other stuff going on.
Oh, I just meant because of Everton.
Oh, yeah. Well, that didn't help.
All right, where's the... Here we go.
Michael.
Share.
Hello, Michael. What's good? Is the font too small for the chat? I might be too small on the screen. We'll figure something out.
Boom. All right, I tweeted it out.
All right.
Let's see here. This is still all new for me. How to do all these things that we're used to doing on Twitch versus doing it on here. All still pretty new. Am I looking a little laggy? Michael Raymond was good, everybody. Did anyone catch the Everton game? I don't know. Did we? David Morales said the entire game was a meme. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Long. Yeah, we got a lot to discuss. They were going to say you can take the kid out of Spurs, but not the spirit out of the kid. That's, yeah.
Buddy. Wow. You might want to add a little bit of a background to this chat box.
Sure, I can do that. Can you?
I can't see. Shh.
Can you do that in Streamlabs? Yeah, you can, right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, well, you're going to be happy to hear this. CPU overload. Already.
Nick Harris said, Jersey looks interesting. The state? What do you mean?
Talking about this one?
Mm-hmm.
The ghost of Nike FC. It used to say that.
Got a couple washes. That's pretty standard.
You know what? I kind of like it, though. I like the fact that it's fading away. All tech is new to Alexis. Yes, it is.
Fading away, just like Everton Football Club in the Premier League.
Wow. Christian going to be mad emo this episode.
Damn.
I hope y'all ready for it.
Did that background thing work? Or what should I guess like
it certainly did not.
I picked something kind of gray, but maybe that's not the right choice. Maybe.
All right, I think I know what happened. I paused the playing of the live stream, and let's hope that means my CPU stops overloading. But I have a feeling it will not.
Let's get some energy in here.
What does that mean? All right.
Get some music going. Set the mood because
we're going to set the night to music. That was that school dance. You remember that?
No, I don't know. What are you referring to?
Set the night to music.
I don't know that. I don't know that one. Is that on Rap Caviar?
I don't know the rest of that, but that was that. That was that school dance. You remember they used to do all like the 80s, 90s. Okay, CPU no longer overloaded. Let's go, baby.
Dope.
What was like if you thought about school dance? Like, what's the song that comes to mind that you were like you couldn't believe it was getting played? And then what was the joint that was like, oh, this is where I get my freak on?
I don't know. Okay, so I didn't go to many school dances. No, I have many. I didn't have
Your school didn't have them?
My high school did not have a prom. Our school was really small, so we had to choose between a prom or a senior trip, and we chose a senior trip. So I don't think I ever went to one dance in high school. Can't even remember one.
You didn't even go to other kids' schools' dances?
No. Who goes to other kids' schools' dances? I don't want to mess
You
with
didn't
that.
get invited?
Those
Oh,
are
are
those-
you kidding me?
Bro,
An all-girls school invited me to a school dance, and I was like, yo, I invited like 9 of my friends without telling anybody. And I
Damn.
was
So
like, yo,
what?
it's just gonna be,
Where'd y'all buy
us?
Where'd y'all buy the dresses to enter that party?
And let me tell you something. Shave my legs, okay? So, yo, I was like, yo, I told a bunch of my friends, and we all showed up thinking we were gonna be the only boys, but apparently everybody invited boys. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, what is this sausage party? There might have been 4 guys for every lady. I was like, come on. This ain't what I wanted.
I like the David Morales asked, who made the Cooligans theme? That's a great question. The person who made the Cooligans theme song is a friend of ours. He's a comedian and also spent a lot of time making beats. He's a producer as well. His name is Shakir Stanley. And he, at the time...
Shaq, baby.
At the time, he's a comedian from Chicago. Great dude, super funny. And I think at the time when we asked him for the theme song, he was working for Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch had a show on Facebook a couple years ago.
That's right.
That's you probably saw clips. There was like there was this one clip, and maybe I could find it and I can show it.
It's like Marshawn Lynch in a school.
Well,
they put
yeah.
Marshawn Lynch in like a kitchen.
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just Marshawn Lynch doing anything.
Marshawn was in one of those bubbles that you crash into each other with, you know, that game that people play. And he did that. Marshawn was wearing that while he and he hit Shaq. Did you ever see this clip where he literally crushed Shaq?
No.
But
Shaq is like 5'10", 80 pounds.
80 pounds. He's one of the skinniest dudes ever.
He makes Christian look like me. Dylan goes, yo, that's a Shaq track? It is a Shaq track.
It is a Shaq track.
I think it was called Gross.
Yeah.
He sent us a bunch of them. They were all one words. One was called like bread. One was, I forget what the other one was called.
I'll keep it playing again.
That was called Gross. And at the time I was like, yo, just give me like a trap beat. Just give me something that's a little trappy. And he sent us this, and out of all of them, this one fit the most. And it was in our budget because it was free. He gave us the song. Like we own the right to use that song.
Very kind of him.
Very cool.
You're very delayed, so you may not be able to do whatever it is that you were doing.
Ah, boo.
You're like a second off.
All right.
Ahmed Anaim said, did y'all release that Everton documentary? We haven't. We're sitting on it because we were expecting a victory from Newcastle. We might just have to bite the bullet and put it out, bro. I don't know what else. Well, how long can we wait?
The funniest thing is that we keep telling people as soon as Everton wins, and then we'll get on group chats with the guy who like directed it and be like, well, surely that's this week, right? Like we weren't even supposed to release the trailer until they won.
Yeah.
And here we are. The theory is, like any good club, you win one week, release the trailer, you win the following week, if not the week after that, you release the full thing. It ain't happening if you Everton, man.
Brutal time right now for Everton Football Club and anyone who supports them and anybody who's waiting to release a documentary based on their success. Okay, so
John Arnold put, my favorite Shaq track is I Know I Got Skills. That's a different Shaq.
Different Shaq.
In fact, our Shaq goes on Twitter by Shaq Not Shaq. It's SHAK.
Right. And also,
am I still delayed, by the way?
It's better. It's a lot better.
Better. There's nothing else happening, so this better be good.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it'll probably adjust in a moment. Joe Whitlock, yo, what's good, everybody? Thanks for everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. This is Prem show. We're gonna be recording the podcast in just a moment. We are the show is whatever you guys want it to be. We're going to be talking about everything European football, soccer, whatever you call it. Any topics you think we should cover, please put it in the chat. We have Lee Finer, what's good with the subs?
Let's go, Lee.
The homies hitting the subscribe button.
Be like Lee. Hit that subscription button, huh?
Okay. There's no finer thing you could do than hitting that subscribe button. All right. I hope that's how you pronounce his last name. I'm not even 100% sure.
I believe it's Frenier.
Okay, but he is fine. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Ain't no one fine.
Okay, Ahmed said it's almost Valentine's Day. Okay, I guess we got a cop in here because trying to make sure we get something for our significant others. Can we talk about CR7 leading by example? Oh, sure, I guess. Did that happen?
In what way? Did he also kick a cat? And what are we doing?
Lots to discuss today.
So much to discuss. Here's what I want. Put in the chat, school dance song that you were like, yo, this is my joint. Okay. Whatever you got turned to. Maybe it was a slow jam because you got to dance with that girl who broke your heart. Or that dude who broke your heart, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or maybe it was just a song who you already had the moves to, you know what I mean? Like you were like, yo, when Genuine Pony come on, I got choreo in my brain, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, my dances were, the ones I remember the most were like in elementary school, and I went to my school was like majority Hispanic, so it was like merengue and bachata. That was the music that was bumping, bro. Not.
Yeah, they played that at my school too, but then they also. I went to like a really hood school, so everything like they played mostly off of mixtapes at my school. Like you heard DJ Clue and K Slay in the background of the songs at my school dances.
All right, we got some good.
Let Me Love You by Mario. Yo, Lee. You should let me love you.
It's a good song. You're gonna say.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Oh, yes.
Classic, yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe
the
like
Electric Slide.
K7.
Somebody needs to remake that.
Remember K7?
Swing,
yeah, those were my jams, bruh.
Come, baby, come, baby, come. My sister met K7. Oh, yeah, TKA.
The main guy?
K7. Wasn't that his name?
What? But it was a group. No, it was like a couple. It was like
no. K7 was the dude in TKA.
Oh, really? I thought the name of the group was K7. Sure.
No, K7 is a guy. Okay. Yeah, K7 is a guy.
Yeah. I thought
he used to be in a band in a group called TKA.
Oh, I never knew that. I just knew K7 TKA and his songs.
Like, TKA is like with the old dudes in like drop top, like old Camaros and like Mustangs, like those Puerto Rican dudes who kind of were a little Italian, but still in the hood. Freestyle music was what they banged. That was TKA.
Got it.
All right, like you're a little kid. You're listening to Wu-Tang.
You're very delayed. You're very delayed. I don't know if other people.
There's no reason for it.
Something's going on.
I'm gonna refresh since we haven't started yet.
Yeah. Sort that out because let me know if people are seeing him delayed. Don't let Will Smith come. Don't let Will Smith win in black come on. Get out of here, Dylan. There's no way that song could get you hyped. Even as a child, I know that was it was basically a joke.
Is that better?
That is better. It's a lot better.
Good. Ini Kamosi, to this day, still my shit, which, by the way, trending on TikTok.
All right.
Do you know who Ini Kamosi is?
I do not.
You know him. It's Here Come the Hot Step.
Oh, yeah.
What they said, here comes Hot Step, murderer. On the lyrical game. I think it says word up.
Oh, it's not murderer?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay.
I've just been yelling murderer. I think I've told you this story before. There was an old song. It was like old. Lifestyles of the rich and shameless. Some die with their name, some die nameless. My friend was like, lifestyles of the rich and shameless. Some guy with his name coming at your anus. And we were like, nope, wait, what?
Okay.
We're like, wait, no.
What remix is this?
Are you listening to a different mixtape than I'm listening to, my friend? Am I delayed again? I feel like I'm delayed.
You are delayed. There's a slight
This one
delay.
ain't on me now.
I don't know. Maybe could it be me?
It might be.
Let me see. Let me see something.
Yeah, because I'm not on Wi-Fi, nothing.
Let me try one quick thing. Let's refresh your camera.
Oh, all of a sudden I'm better now.
But you were fine when you first got on, and now then it starts to slow down. So I don't know. I could.
Ahmed Ana means that I'm pretty sure it's murder up. So I said I thought it was murderer, but then I thought it was also word up. He's saying it's murder up.
Oh, okay.
He blended the two. Let's just find out.
All right, I'm getting too hot. I was excited to wear this shirt earlier, but what are you gonna do? Okay.
What was it? Hot stepper?
All right. Is this all right? Are we ready to go? Are we good to go?
You know the guy. Nah. It is murderer. All right.
You were right.
Here come the hot stepper, murderer. I'm the lyrical gangster, a murderer. Pick up the crew in out of the area, murderer. Still love you like that, murderer.
Okay, we'll do that for now.
All right.
Fix the chat.
I can't believe you didn't know K7 was a dude, not a band. I got Alexa's video being slow. Sounds
that was before, but
coming through fine.
It's fine now.
Manager Sanders said, "Here we go. Did you just make a transfer? What happened over there, Manager Sanders?"
Okay.
Turn off the LimeWire, Alexis. You got enough mixtapes. Alexa's talking like in old kung fu movies. Oh, because it was
videos.
My father's death.
Videos fuzzy over here, fellas. I don't know. Quality not looking great.
Yeah,
right.
I'm seeing it a little fuzzy too. By the way.
Oh, that's YouTube, bro.
No, I can't see. No, this is on the thing we use. I can't see what any of the words say.
Oh, okay. Let me. I'll raise the quality for you. Should be better.
A little bit.
All right.
We ready to start this thing?
We are ready to start this thing. We'll be recording the Prem Show podcast. Again, anything you would like us to discuss, please put it in the chat. Don't hesitate. Hit the subscribe button if you have not. Feel free to join us on YouTube. Become a member. Similar to how we had subscribers on YouTube. You could do the same thing on YouTube. So feel free to do that if you'd like to help support this show. Support your local content creator. They could
or
use
for
it.
some of you, not so local. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You ready to go?
I am good to go. Is there something? Oh yeah, I just wanted to test one quick thing, and then we shall start.
I'm gonna try to read some of these songs because we have some "So Sick" by Neo. Neo always got it going. "My Neck, My Back," "Let's Go," "Big Pun," "Still Not a Player." Amazing. That was with Joe, if I'm not mistaken. Being from Atlanta in high school, it was Travis Porter, One Hit Wonder. Damn, I haven't heard that name in a minute. Have you tried telling Everton to win? That wasn't a song. But you know what? I played on repeat if it was. Alexis went to school with the Roughnecks. I kind of did. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. What? Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Paris in the Rain. I don't know that song. Lil Jon and the East Side Balls.
East Side Balls.
To the wall. No, to the balls. You should do an updated Besitos 11 next week. Yeah, we do have to. James ain't even in the league.
I mean, he's also just playing poorly for Colombia as well.
Lil Flemmy got an assist today.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Put
that exclamation point intro in the chat. Let's get it popping.
Okay.
All that energy from Christian. He's busy tinkering with everything in the background. But he's ready to go. He's ready to get this started, right?
I am ready to get this started.
All right. So hit me with flood the chat with an exclamation point intro.
Yeah, actually, let me just fill up my water and then we will get started.
Come on. All right. Well, I can't get water too. I'm just gonna go waterless. I had coffee in there. Let's see how I do.
Okay. Now we are good to go.
You good?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's do it in 3, 2.
Ay, papi.
Let's go.
Let us begin. Let's go. What is good, everybody? Welcome to the Prem Show live on YouTube Live. Welcome every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much for coming through. If you listen to this podcast, we appreciate you. I'm excited about today. I'm gonna.
No, you're not.
Fight
no,
through
you're
the.
Not.
You gotta fight. You gotta fight through the
Under
pain.
no circumstances are you excited for today. In fact, if you're wondering, if you're listening to this as opposed to watching this live right now on YouTube, and you're wondering, should I get to my computer for YouTube Live to hang out with these fellas? The answer is yes, because then you'd get to be a part of such amazing chat topics or comments like Bay Area Guna, who just says Everton would have been better signing Jizz. You see what I mean? Just a high level of conversation we're having in the chat.
Yeah, you know, when the transfer the transfer window was. There's a short window for Jizz, and you gotta capture it when when it's available. Okay.
Because the problem is after it, there's a downturn in performance. You know?
Exactly. And it takes a long time to get Jizz really back where it needs to be. Anyway.
And you know what? For some, a little less. I'm not gonna lie. By the way, Manchester Sanders said Everton had Jairzinho. Have not heard that yet, and I gotta be honest, I love it. I love it. Everton had Jairzinho on the bench, but his performance was anticlimactic. Very nice.
Love it.
Couch foot. Okay, not anymore. Were you here last week as well? Couch.
What's good, everybody? My name is Christian Polanco.
Yeah, I'm Alexis Guerreros.
And we are the Cooligans. We are your favorite stand-up comedians that host the funniest soccer, football show, calcio program you have ever seen or heard.
That's right. It's not football, mate. It's soccer.
That's right. I'm sure that
using
was
your own accent.
Music to your ears. Brits.
Yeah. By the way, Matthew Perez put Jazz only works when warm. And I just love that his phone was like, there's no way in hell he means
He does not.
I'm not even going I'm going to put Jazz in there.
Look,
I think for the first time
I'm sure he's listening to new music. He's trying to really get
He's a classic kind of a guy.
Okay, you know what? He wants to seem more interesting at parties, and I don't blame him. So I'm going to correct this.
The kid wants to relax a little bit after a long day. He clearly isn't talking about that. He's probably just listening to some jazz, maybe a little whiskey.
Because everybody knows it's the moans you don't hear. You know what I mean? That's what it's really
I've never
about.
heard that before, but I love it.
Okay,
it's the moans you don't hear. New merch alert.
Yep. Okay, that's.
But is it a shirt? I don't think so. Tell us what you think we should put that on.
That's what my lady tells me. Okay, I'm like, I don't hear you being satisfied, but
it mostly sounds like tears. No, that means I'm done.
Okay.
All right.
Where to begin? Well, first we'll start. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button if you have not. YouTube.com/SoccerCooligans. Give us a subscription if you are ever interested in following along. Also,
you know what else you got to do? Hit that like button if you happen to be on right now with us. Because, YouTube called and they were like, it's wild important that people hit that like button. I was like, how'd you get this number? And then they started laughing. I'm like, come on, we're owned by Google. we know everything about you. We know you at home listening to Jizz music.
It's yeah, look, big data, they know everything. Yeah, hit the like button. We currently only have 6 likes, but let's get them up, everybody. Thank you so much. All right, so a reminder, this week, a fun show on Fubo. We are going to be joined by Meg Linehan of The Athletic. We're going to be talking some NWSL. So that's going to be Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure to tune in or listen to the podcast that is available on Friday. So subscribe to the podcast if you have not. Okay. Where to begin today? We have, look, Everton.
Well, I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear? There's a garbage truck outside picking up garbage. Can you hear that?
I can't.
I swear to God, there is.
I can't.
And what a perfect time to talk about Everton.
Glad I can't hear it. Everton, let's start there because, as much as, a lot of other shows, they spend their time talking about the top 4, the top 6, and blah, blah, blah.
Why?
You heard
Why
it.
would we be this?
You heard it all because really the team that everybody is talking about, and I mean everybody, is Everton Football Club. Because whether it is the club has an incredible history, everybody is interested for a team that's always like mid-table and underachieving. Everybody wants to work there. I don't know what it is, but that just seems to be the case.
They cannot wait to get signed there.
But they win. Oh. They win. Everton wins FA Cup. They win their FA Cup match against Brentford. How exciting. So fun.
Just talk for those of us who don't care about the bottom 10% of the table, so we don't watch Everton. Tell us, you having watched this FA Cup match, this was the big shining reveal of, the Lampard way.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts? Talk to us about how you felt watching and after that match.
After the Brentford match, I'm like, this is incredible. They scored 4 goals. They only gave up 1 from a penalty, and it was the best game Everton has played in months. Incredibly impressive.
You probably were like, Rafa, who?
Right, never heard of him, okay? Frank Lampard went with 3 at the back, and that was already a big difference. There was a lot more possession, a lot more control of the game, winning second balls, going, just the heart was just there. And then the team also looked really, really good. That was, it was like, undoubtedly, this was just, they played so well. And it was just like the new manager bump that teams tend to get. That was like present.
You wasted it in the FA Cup.
Wasted it. I mean, look, at least we didn't lose to Nottingham Forest. All right, bruh. So
are you talking about Leicester? Why would you talk about Leicester like that?
Okay. So that was I think it was an impressive win, and not one that I think no one really expected them to play that well, but they did. So, but this was the problem already in that game. Ben Godfrey got injured, and Yerry Mina had to come into that game. Yerry Mina had already just played 3 games for Colombia, grueling games in South America, World Cup qualifiers. The dude needed a break. He couldn't. Ben Godfrey got injured about like 12 minutes in. Mina plays the rest of the game, and he plays great. He scores the first goal. Then now the game against Newcastle, just 4 days later, 3 days later, Mina starts, gets injured. And then once that happened, I was like, this is not going to be good, because then the Branthwaite, he came in and he's fine, but he's just not as much of an offensive threat as Yerry Mina is, and not as good on the ball. But
any idea what the Mina injury is?
Quad.
Any idea how long?
No, I mean, but he's been injured on and off the last. Remember, he got injured the day we went to Goodison, so he hadn't come back until he played for Colombia, and look, another injury. Then
it's funny. I looked away from the TV when Damari Gray got taken off. When I looked back, I saw him kind of look a little despondent, but he was going towards the dugout area. So I assumed he got taken off for not playing well. I thought maybe he was doing stuff that Lampard didn't want. But I didn't realize he had gotten injured until I just looked this up.
He got hurt. Yeah. So then that was the end of it, bro. That was that hurt because, and also Damari looked like something was wrong even from the beginning of the game because he was losing the ball, making mistakes. So not a great start, but they got a goal. It was an own goal, but then give up an own goal right after. It was a 35th minute own goal, 36th minute own goal for Newcastle.
I've never seen two teams score within like 30 seconds on each other's goal, on their own goals. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, but I
in my life,
I think if Mina is in that game, that the Everton does not give up that goal. Just poor marking. Oh my God! Just Seamus Coleman getting Saint Maximin was unreal. This dude,
he wants to stay on this new money Newcastle. You know what I mean?
Bro,
he is trying so hard to be like, I'm not really as bad as the old squad.
Can we talk about Alan St. Maximin a little bit because he's such a fascinating player. He's clearly like, I mean, if you look at his like Instagram or whatever, he's clearly like has a lot of character, right?
He's of the Benzema, Memphis Depay ilk.
Yeah,
in like on social media,
but flashier. I mean, he's a little bolder with his like fashion choices and things
for
like that.
sure.
Yeah, so
Gucci headband.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
that Gucci headband.
He knows what he's doing. But then even as a footballer, he's kind of he's kind of annoying to watch. You know what I mean? Like you're doing too much, dog. Like you're trying too hard. But then he's like embarrassing fools. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's trying too hard, but he's succeeding.
Yeah. No, I'm saying.
Here's the thing. He's succeeding too hard, and he's dripping too hard. You know what I mean? Just a little baby and Gunner. He's pushing P out there.
He really is. Okay.
He's looking. He has this weird thing where like there's a lot of fluff, but like he backs it up. You know what I mean?
Right. Because he's definitely pacey as hell. The dude is crazy fast, and then he
does things that makes you think another defender is going to 2-foot him for like showing off or too swaggy of a move, too much sauce. But then he's like good enough to get away from all of that.
Right.
It's kind of like, but then also he disappears for 75 minutes. So I never know where is Alon St. Maximin right now.
But the I guess the move that Lampard thought the best idea was let's mark St. Maximin with this 38-year-old Irishman in the Seamus Coleman, and it did not go well. He was getting burned quite often. It was just not the right decision. But I think the injuries made all of that even more difficult. So, but look, Newcastle, I don't know, they wanted it, man, and Trippier. That he scored on a free kick that was beautiful. Where I thought Pickford probably could have done a little better there, but Newcastle deserved to win. I mean, the injuries definitely. I think if no players on Everton get injured, I think Everton wins this game. But with Dele Alli, we got to see Dele Alli. A couple of people. Joe Whitlock just said Dele Alli may dress like he's homeless, but he plays like he definitely has a home he'd rather be at. It's great. We got to see.
Crimson Pizza said, "I always forget you're not talking about Barcelona legend Braithwaite when you mention Branthwaite." Yeah, it's so funny. Like when we went to Everton, which again we have a documentary you may never see, but when we went, they set up all the kits in the changing room. And I remember I saw the Branthwaite and I was like, oh my God, did they make a mistake? It was like my immediate thought was like, he had been transferred there. You know what I mean?
Right,
we weren't supposed to know about it. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, it's the white kid. You know what I mean? Barry Gunnarsson, St. Maximin is the new Ben Arfa.
Oh, okay, I can see that.
Who's the kid, Ravel Morrison, who had like all the skill in the world? Everyone, like Sir Alex Ferguson said, he's going to be the greatest player in the league. And then just like disappeared.
I don't know.
That's who I think of. But the thing is that St. Maximin will do it when it's necessary. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is a kind of a frustrating feature of this player But then also at the same time, like at least he does show up when you need. You know what I mean?
Right. Look, I thought he played amazingly. This was, I mean, look, this was. I mean, let me bring up the table real quick because now it is a lot tighter for Everton. It is. I mean, the bottom of the table is looking a lot more scary. Let's look at this. Everton.
Oh, no. Don't go to the championship.
Everton is in 16th place with 19 points, and Newcastle is in 17th with 18 points.
Well, I asked you before this match, if Everton loses, does that, because they're playing Newcastle, does that make this whole idea of Everton being in a relegation battle sort of more real?
100%. This is quite tangible.
Now that that's the case, how are we feeling?
Look, game in hand, feel a little bit better with that, and also Burnley drew today against Manchester United. So that was it could have been worse. I mean, what can I say? It's bad. They can win FA Cup games. You would hope that they could win some Premier League games, especially a team like Newcastle. But Newcastle, they have spent the money to stay up. They have made the investment of like, we need to stay up and nothing else matters right now. And Everton need to be playing with that kind of urgency, and they're not yet.
So Bay Area Guna said, so what happens if Everton gets relegated? And I think he means 2-hour documentary. I'm really sure. He said, do we get DCL now? I mean, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is very heavily rumored to the point where, and this is one of the things that I think frustrates me the most. One of the things that frustrates me the most with, the sport in Europe is they make these like proclamations of something happening in the future and everyone's just okay with it. What was his name? Manuel Pellegrini. You're going to get sacked at the end of the season. Everyone's cool. My guy still shows up to work somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mauricio Pochettino. We no longer need you next year. My guy's still stressed. You know what I mean? Like, this wouldn't happen in America. And one of those is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Everyone's talking about how Dominic Calvert-Lewin very clearly going to be the signing for Arsenal in the summer. He's the number one target. People are talking about him. He's the perfect, center forward for Arsenal. All these things as if they're a done deal. And it's got to be frustrating if you're the other club. I can't put, you would never do this in the U.S.
Right.
This is one of the things where our cultures kind of clash.
I think from what I have read, Dominic Calvert-Lewin has said essentially like he was waiting to see what manager came to Everton, and obviously he's interested in staying up, right? I mean, if like any club, if you get relegated, they're gonna lose a lot of players. But it's the frustrating thing is that on paper, Everton, they have so many good players. They have so many quality players that it should be enough to not get relegated. Crimson Pizza with the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And
my God, Crimson Pizza.
And this is Crimson Pizza said, man, this is about to be the Prem/Champ show next fall. I mean, like,
Champ show sounds kind of dope. But I promise you this: if Everton does get relegated, I will never bring them up again until they get back up into the Premier League. And also, I will not allow Christian.
Hey, let's see who Everton is playing against this week, and it's Ipswich Town. Let's talk about it. Everybody.
Hey, Christian, you know what everyone's asking about? How did Everton do it, Scunthorpe?
Oh my goodness, this is incredible. What a terrible loss. We gotta make the decision on what do you think as far as releasing this documentary. It's very good. This is the frustrating part, is that it's very good.
I mean, the problem is we gotta stop talking about it until we can release it. Here's the thing, by the way, there's literally no other hurdle. We've gotten okays from everyone, from the director, the editor. We're both happy with it. We showed it to Everton. They're happy with it. Like, everyone's cool with it. The only thing we haven't done is drop it yet because we promised the club we wouldn't until there was a big win or a big moment of positivity. I mean,
this was the moment. This was the opportunity. I look, if I need to relay a message to Frank Lampard, you know, if he needs to inject this part of it into the a halftime talk and say, like, of a Premier League game, say it. Say, like, look, guys, there's a lot on the line here. The Cooligans are waiting to release an incredible documentary based around Everton and Arsenal. And all you got to do is either just get a result. I'm not even asking for 3 points. A draw would be nice.
Maybe we let Frank show it to the team during his next talk. And then he can, when it ends, he could be like, you saw how amazing that was, right? You want to know the saddest part is? No one's going to be able to see it because you boys can't bring home 3 points. And maybe that will inspire them.
Okay, it is. We should put, like, you know, the ASPCA music, Sarah McLachlan, sad.
Spend all your time waiting.
And boom, and that will guilt them into being successsul. That's what we need.
Okay, well, look, if Everton does get relegated, which, again, I do not think it will happen, but if they do, Manchester Sandu came up with a good outro for the show, the champion.
Right, let's do it.
I mean, it might happen.
Tali said, will Christian get relegated back to Twitch? we do 2 separate shows.
He's got to go back. You know what? Bay Area Goodwin's got a good point. He said, hey, release the doc. Might turn around Everton's season since the players, managers, and owners can't do it. What if we release the doc and we inspire?
That might be the pitch we have to make. I think it might be worth it. To at least, I mean, what do we have to lose? They've already lost so much.
More matches, I think, really. You know? Oh, man.
So we shall see. We should talk about...
Paulo Nelson said, any moment of positivity at this point. Did the kit man get a discount on detergent? Release the doc.
That's it.
Hey, you might be right, bro. We need anything we could get.
I did make the ASPCA thing I just said. We have to talk about Kurt Zuma because did you see this video?
I did. The only thing I can think, the only thing that might make me understand why the club is like, we're going to handle it in-house and stuff like that. Look, obviously never hit a pet. It's stupid. Don't abuse animals. I don't think any of this needs to be said. But did it attack his kid or something? Like, I can't imagine why you would all of a sudden just start kicking and throwing stuff at a cat and chasing it around the house. And also, I've been around cats. They seem like they're well equipped to chase you back. I am so scared of cats.
I saw that and I literally just it's unbelievable. I mean, it's truly unbelievable. Like this is the thing that I remember in, like, I would see this in Dominican Republic. I remember being a little kid and visiting family, and there would be, like, stray dogs, like, kind of just running around the town, and then, like, there would be, like, either kids or, like, just some people that are, like, you know, it's the dog that always, you know, is always around. So they, like, throw something at it or they just want it to go away. And it's such a soulless. Yeah, there's no way you can feel even mildly good about yourself behaving this way. It was just so.
Look, I've gone on record as saying I'm indifferent to pets. I think it's a complete waste of time. I don't understand why people have them. Why would I invite something in my house that I have to clean its butt? You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? I got to pick up after you. You know what I mean? No. If I'm going to have something
children
that has,
are like that too. So,
I mean, I didn't invite them. If I have a child, I went out and made it. You know what I mean? But you know, if you got a bed in my house, you better pay rent. You know what I mean? You know, I'll go on record as saying I don't feel anything towards a pet. When Christian got nutmeg and he showed it to me, I go, yeah, that's a dog. You know what I mean? I don't get the, oh, can I pet it? That's not me. But the last thing I would do is hit an animal.
Yeah.
Even if I wasn't scared of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't get why you don't. There's no need to be cruel to something. If you don't want to have it, get rid of it by giving it to somebody else, obviously, because who knows, Kurt Zuma, that might be like a signal to him to go out and get a pellet gun.
Joe Whitlock just said, my cat's legit. His name is my cat is called Doc. And he goes, release the Doc. So that's great.
Somebody, wait, on TalkSport in the UK, somebody shared a clip of this in my group chat. They were talking about this Kurt Zuma thing all day. This was the big, probably until the Everton loss. This was the big topic on TalkSport. And somebody called up and said they have 6 cats that they treat like their kids. And they have 3 children that they care less about their cats. You know, I mean, they care less about than their cats.
Yeah.
And I have an idea, okay? I'm going to be Fabrizio Romano for a second. I'm going to suggest a transfer. Kurt Zuma sends this guy his cat, and this guy sends Kurt Zuma his kids. You see what I mean?
So good.
Here we go.
Good trade. Good trade.
Here we go.
So, I mean, if anybody probably listening has not seen the video, I mean, probably don't look at it if this is something that makes you like uncomfortable or squeamish or whatever. But it is Kurt Zuma, center back for West Ham, kicking a cat and chasing a cat around and being just ridiculous. I mean, just legitimate violent with this cat. And it was posted to Snapchat by his brother, which is that's what I've read. So on top of the already criminal act of doing this and then filming it, why would your brother do this? Where did they think that this would be okay?
They probably don't think it's a big deal. I mean, also I think we in the Western, like America, maybe the UK, I think we also have a very different appeal towards pets. I remember, and somebody said, give him the Michael Vick treatment. Barry Guna said, give Zuma the Michael Vick treatment. And I don't think that will happen. But I remember when that first started, people were like, that's horrific. You can't beat dogs. You can't drown them. But then the conversation started about people in the South saying, my dogs aren't allowed in my house. And people in the North were like, what?
Right.
You keep your dogs outside? And now, mind you, I'm just watching it with popcorn like a tennis match. I'm in the middle. I'm like, because I don't know. I'm like, I didn't know either or. You know what I mean? I don't know what you do with a dog. But people were freaking out. Don't you think to some degree that there's a little less sentiment around cats? Because they kind of have like that evil sort of a connotation to them. Like they're doing like wrong, they're sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've heard comics make these jokes for years about like if you're a cat person, you know, you're like, you know, gonna kill somebody or well, whatever. You're like a sociopath, essentially.
You know what my mother says about cats, right?
How would I know what your mother has to say about cats? I
don't know if you've ever talked to my mother about cats before. How am I supposed to
just tell me what she said instead of asking me if I know? Okay.
Or maybe I was using that as a way to set up what I was about to say. Who knows, Christian? We've only been doing this show weekly for 6 years. I'll start again. Hey, Christian, you know what my mom says about cats? She says that you can't trust them because they turn their back to you while they're eating. And you should never trust anyone who doesn't look at you after you fed them. I'm like, I don't know if this got more to do with my dad or the cat, but
okay. Hilarious. Wait, I saw this from, who was this? Jordan Hurst said, much love from Dallas. Been peeping y'all for a minute. Thank you, Jordan. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much. Speaking of Dallas, check out Akash's comedy special out on YouTube. Yeah. Absolutely hilarious.
Akash Singh from Flagrant 2. Go check that out. Okay. So,
Satay Tali said, so you're telling me Alexis does not care or watch the Puppy Bowl?
not tuning in. It was a, so I think he also started today. No, I believe.
He did. He played. Yeah,
he played. Sure. So this is, you know, it's going to be interesting I mean, there has to be some punishment. This is unbelievable. The fact that he would treat an animal this way. And what I wanted to say before about dogs, they definitely, I've got a dog last year. It was my first ever pet. And I've been noticing when I do dog jokes on stage, there's there's a certain level of sensitivity that I have to talk about.
You mean dog jokes about your dog, or jokes just to dogs? You have to go like,
Did anyone think that? Did anyone think
a
that?
couple of dogs in the audience giggling like, this guy's got it. You know?
Rough step, buddy. Anyway,
Rough.
but when I do jokes about, like I've been doing a joke about crate training the dog, and crate training Nutmeg and stuff like that, and but you can even there's people that have a strong feel, like there's a strong sentiment, there's a strong feeling about like what I'm about to say, how, you know, just kind of things like that, where I feel like people are more sensitive about dogs and talking about dogs, and like people who are all into dog culture, than like
if you made a joke about cats, no one would care.
No one would care. But also, if
you could say like, "Oh, I saw a cat fall in a wood chipper," people would be like,
even
if you said, "I looked at a dog wrong," people would be like, "Well, then get off stage, you monster." This is no place for you.
But even the sensitivity is even higher than like talking about people, talking about other people, talking about murder, talking about other like tragic things. There's a certain.
I've tried this on stage. I've said like I'm indifferent to dogs, and that gets like a cold chill that is really hard for me to win that crowd back over. But if I say like I hate kids and I don't ever want to have a kid, the crowd's like, yeah. Even people with kids at the table, they're like, we hate them too. Like it's a very different energy but cats again is like that one. It's just dogs. And I think it's because dogs always look kind of a little sad, you know.
Dogs have an incredible skill that I don't. You know, I've never had a cat, but I think dogs are better at this. And after having a dog for over a year, they have an ability to comfort you that I don't think cats have. Like
I think you're projecting. And I think everyone who owns a dog projects that.
No. But I'm not projecting anything. I'm saying dogs literally will come over to you, lay on you, pet you. They will pet you. They will like.
It's because they know you're the guy with the thumbs that can open the food. They don't do that to anybody.
Well, even if that's the case, it's still even if it's transactional. It's still.
I do believe it's transactional. And by the way, Barry Aguna said, "Am I the only one who played Kitty Cannon in high school?" I really hope you are. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that game.
I don't think you're a part of the traveling circus.
Was that on PS3? I hope that's a video game.
I know, right? Damn.
It's a computer game, not real life. Okay.
Joe Whitlock put, "Nah, cat people will just ignore you like cats."
Barry Aguna said, "I got 2 pits. I assume 2 pit bulls, not 2 armpits. Or usually everybody has 2 armpits. You hurt dogs, we hurt you, homie." Yeah, I get it.
I've always liked pit bulls. And look, the neighborhood I grew up in, if you had a dog, most likely you were either an old person who was alone, or you had a stash house. You know what I mean? Those are the 2 reasons you would have a dog.
That's right.
My family isn't a pet family.
I'm broadcasting from my stash house. What's good? We out here.
About a week ago.
The Dave Morales said, "My cat does that too, and yes, it's because she understands the feeding structure." Yeah, that's right. Look, that's the hustle, that's the business, right? You can't.
Yeah, but you could see it in a cat's eyes. It's like, I'm only doing this because you haven't fed me yet.
Okay. But look, that Kurt Zuma thing. I don't know. You know, we were talking about Mason Greenwood
Matthew Perez said, "Yeah, that dude with the strange looking paws is back. Maybe he'll open up some food if I pet him."
Need a little. If they could talk, that's what they would say.
100%. Yo, that big tall one's back. The one who walks on his hind legs all the time. Who's always wrestling with the other one.
But the Mason Greenwood kind of situation. It's obviously not the same thing, but it's just like the fact that, you know, the fact that there wasn't at least West Ham like sitting him out and just like, you know, making the message clear that there is a punishment I thought that was like a bad move on their part. Even if it's just like a straight up PR thing. But you know, Kurt Zuma put out an apology and saying that the cat is fine and healthy and all that stuff. But it's like, bro, I mean, you see how you're a professional footballer, dude. Like, and you're a center back, and you kicked a cat, like for real, with actual force.
Kicks things professionally. Kick the cat.
Right. It wasn't some kid, kicking a cat.
If it was a baseball player, we'd all be like, well, I mean, that's less bad than a professional soccer player.
Unbelievable.
By the way, Sate Tali put, Alexis has to live with a pit bull. Are you choosing the singer or the animal?
So funny. Tough choice.
The singer is Cuban, so I'd have to go with him. But pretty quickly, I'd go get the animal to get him out of my apartment. You know?
Barry going to say, how are these dudes in the Prem going to pretend to be tough guys but only beat up women and animals? Yeah. Why happened to just go getting in a fight with another lad at a bar? What happened to the good old days?
Hey, Jack Grealish tried. They wouldn't let him in the bar. He was too drunk. You saw that?
Yeah, this is gonna be the gossip. Let's pull up the Sun and talk about the stories, because there's another one with Colin Rooney as well that we can talk about.
Golo Blanco brings us up, and I did see this when Zuma was down injured. The Watford fans chanted, "That's how your cat feels."
Shout out to Watford.
That's the one thing about Premier League fans, man. It's just, you may not have the drums, you may not have like the banners like in Latin America. It may be a little, slightly lackluster as far as the choreography and whatnot. But when it comes to disrespectful chants that are quickly disseminated amongst the whole group and very topical, you guys are the ones. You guys are top notch.
They got they're for real. They're on point with that stuff. So
really are.
So the other one, I wish I could. Let me pull this up, but I have to switch my camera.
Joe Whitlock said Pickford tried to get into a bar fight, but his arms wouldn't reach the other dude.
Yeah, are there any? There's been a couple bar fights. Maybe we can go through a list of like classic bar fights, because it's happened a lot in the Premier League.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Pickford got into one. I remember that. There were a couple others. All right, hold on. We have to pause for just 1 second because my computer's slowing down too much using this other camera thing. Give me.
Can you just shut that off?
I can, but my camera's gonna disappear for 1 second. So let's see. Just mark when this is at. This is at the 57th minute, by the way.
Dogs in general give off a stupidity that makes you think they need you to take care of them. A cat will never love you. That's Crimson Pizza. I also, dogs in general give off a stupidity that makes you think you need to take care of them. I think that's how I've survived my entire life.
Hilarious. Okay.
But it is kind of true. Like, if you ever see like videos of dogs, it's like there's three videos of dogs. One, they're doing a bad thing. One, they're looking stupid. Two, they're meeting up with a soldier coming home that they haven't seen in months. That's it. Those are the three dog videos you'll see on the internet. Stupidity is the big one for, you know what I mean? Sometimes they're doing something bad, but the stupidity one is the one where everyone's like, aw, right? They give off that, aw, how cute.
There's a lot of that.
It's so dumb.
So there's currently a lawsuit, right? Rebecca Vardy is suing Colleen Rooney for like some sort of slander or something like that after Colleen.
Right. The rules are different in England. That's why some things have been mentioned in the chat that we can't talk about, because apparently that there's legalities involved. You can't say something that is even in the news because we don't have proof, but like slander laws are also a big one. So when it was ... Colleen Vardy's account. Remember that whole thing? Rebecca Vardy's account. Colleen Rooney. When that whole thing happened, we were just joking and laughing, and some of the people we watch in England weren't really talking about it as much. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, no, she gonna get sued for that.
Right.
And maybe that's why she put in account as opposed to saying it was actually her.
There was I forgot who mentioned this, but it might have been
Dylan said we need cat meets returning soldier videos. What would it be? It would just be a cat being wildly indifferent and slowly walking past, unless that returning soldier is on a computer, and then the cat will jump on the computer.
But the laws in England, and maybe if we have any English blokes or in the chat,
A couple of mates.
It's like the what was it? It's like if I accuse you of something, I have to prove that it happened or something. Like it's like the burden of proof
is on the accuser,
right? And it's like in the U.S., it's like it's like reversed or something like that. Like who has the sort of burden of proof, and that's why I think she's able to kind of do this or whatever. But there were more. So these are the details that are kind of interesting because first of all, I mean, look at the headline in the Mirror, in the publication in the Mirror. It says Rebecca Vardy brands.
Did you just Alexis?
Come to think of Cardi B. Rebecca Vardy brands Colleen Rooney see you next Tuesday in explosive Wagatha Christie messages. So what's happening now is that the text messages are coming out from this back and forth. So, but there was a weird detail. So some of the messages are here, and it says Rebecca Vardy described Colleen Rooney as a CUNT and nasty bitch in private WhatsApp messages. The High Court heard today. I love that about that. Oh wait, did this freeze?
No, I can see you.
Oh, you can, but I'm frozen. Okay.
You are.
I'm frozen. Sorry, everybody.
Well, we can still hear you.
Yeah, you can still hear me. And another explosive message to her agent, Vardy said of Rooney, she's such a dick.
Which is such a weird. I would never expect a woman to call another woman a dick.
Yeah. But then the other detail that I read was that she so they were asking for like the rest of the WhatsApp messages, so they needed her phone, and Rebecca Vardy said that the phone got lost in the North Sea. That they dropped the phone got lost in the North Sea.
I'm sorry, is this dialogue from Game of Thrones?
And they found they found that all the backup, everything was gone. Everything was deleted. So there's no more messages. So there's a lot of evidence that they're apparently missing, but that's been the claim.
Can't Colleen Rooney just show them her side of the WhatsApp messages?
I don't know. I don't know what the detail.
Barry going to say, Your Honor, just look at that bitch.
This is just one of the most mind-boggling stories.
When this happened, I said, this ain't going to go down easy. This is going to be long, and I love it. I love it.
Well, I mean, I assume Rebecca Vardy is suing and getting defensive to, like, clear her name, right? Because she did the excuse of somebody hacked my account or whatever.
She said it was an assistant had her password.
Right. Somebody must have my password or blah, blah, blah. But no, this is a
Joe Whitlock said, did Jimmy Carr's special end? Which, if you're listening, you don't know why he's saying that. On the side of the website in the ads was a reference to Jimmy Carr saying he's going to go down swinging after being removed from Netflix. So instead of paying attention to what we're talking about, Joe Whitlock not only was reading something else, but threw it in the chat as if we would have an answer.
Hilarious. Couch.
Barry Gouda said, this is how Gruden got fired.
Bro.
A little different. Because they had all them emails, bro.
So funny. Okay, so I want to move on to this because this I truly found fascinating. This was a lot of people may have seen this, but this was in The Athletic. This is from let me just get his name, John Muller at John Space Muller of The Athletic. And
okay, I saw this and I thought maybe it was one of those things that you looked at long enough and an image would appear. I just breezed right past this.
No, so this is an image that shows all the Premier League teams, and it shows a rectangle for a pitch, and it shows like the heat map for when teams have possession.
Most touches.
most touches and for the team that is highlighted and the opponent. So you get what we're saying if you're only hearing it, but obviously, so there's blue zones and red zones. Red zones means the team that they're talking about. So like first is Arsenal. Arsenal has a lot of red in their own half. And on the wings,
like in the center, so it's broken into. The field is broken. It's a horizontally laid out field, and it's broken down vertically into 4, horizontally into 6. Okay, right. So Arsenal is controlling essentially I forget the zone numbers. There's actual zones, but we're controlling around the goalkeeper, the penalty box, and we're controlling directly up. So we're losing out wide in our half, but we're controlling wide in their half and basically losing the middle. So what this tells you is, here are the areas you need help. You may need better wings, right? Wingers like left back, right back, if that's the way you play. But essentially what this shows you is we need a number 10 and we need a striker.
Right. Yeah, that's clearly.
That's where we're not having any control centrally in their half.
And so, I mean,
so far, very intriguing.
The notable ones that we have to look at. I mean, next up, that is really fascinating, is Burnley, because Burnley
looks like they lost Wordle.
Burnley looks like I don't even know if they're showing up. That's what it looks like. I don't even know.
It looks like a goalkeeper is just passing it to the opposite corner flag.
I mean, it's unbelievable. They're obviously,
there's only 4 red squares
total. Yeah, in the entire graphic for them. You understand why they're in last place, but this, I mean, I don't even know. This means like you just needed 11 new guys, right? I mean, I don't know what else to say.
You know what you do? You keep the goalkeeper. Everybody else.
You need some new blood in here. And then, we can talk about Everton. Everton is pretty bad as well. They have
the simple way to look at this, by the way, is the more red you have, the better you're doing.
Correct.
Now what we doing over at Everton?
Everton is a little bit better than Burnley. At least Burnley.
A little bit.
What's fascinating is that Burnley has a blue square in their own box, in their own goalkeeper box, which is
it should be all 3 of those should be filled
should be red
with red.
But no, that means that whoever is the right back or the right center back is really they're not showing up game in and game out. Okay, then
Michael Raymond put, and they scored against Manchester United.
This is a miracle.
Which we got to talk about Manchester United's run. Oof.
Yeah. Then another one that stands out. Really the best one is Manchester City. Manchester City is essentially all red except for their own corner flags, which you understand, that makes sense. Because why would they keep the ball there? They have it in the middle of the field all day. And honestly, the one thing I'm surprised, it would be insane, but the one thing I'm surprised by is Man City not having a red square in the opponent's box. You know what I mean? Like, that's how
Man City's is the inverse of Burnley's.
Correct.
That's pretty insane.
Bay Raguna said Everton keeps it blue-blooded. All right, straight up, all crip at Everton.
Tottenham and Leeds are surprising me. Brighton's makes sense because they love to keep possession. Brighton's doesn't look too dissimilar from Arsenal's, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
It's very similar. Like, you have a lot of possession. You're keeping it in the wings a lot, but you really ain't doing much with it. Essentially, Man City has complete control. Liverpool has essentially complete control. Leeds looks, for the most part, like they're doing all right. You know what I mean? They have a lot of possession. Their half is completely covered. They've got the wings completely covered, but they don't have a damn thing happening.
I mean, this is what was it? Phillips, right? Who got injured, and I think this is that. This is a reflection of that, because there's nothing going on in the middle of the field. Nothing. Pretty wild. I mean, even also another one that's interesting is Wolves. Wolves is heavy on the wingers, bro. They have no interest in the middle of the field. They are bombing down those flanks.
That was Adama Traore.
Right, that was
For a
Adama.
while.
So it seems like letting him go made it not been the best decision. Even though he did look great in against Atletico Madrid the other day. But this is
Everton's is pretty damning.
I mean, this is why Frank Lampard's gonna fix all this, bro. It's all good.
Yeah.
No,
Hopefully he starts next week. Because he didn't do it this week.
Chelsea's also
Arsenal looks allergic to the 18-yard box. Yep. It's
Chelsea,
not looking great.
Chelsea not.
But you see where the problem areas are, so I'm not that worried.
Right.
Oh, and also people are saying for Manchester City not having any lit up in the other penalty box, they're saying blame Gabriel Jesus. That's what Michael Raymond said. Poor Gabriel Jesus.
Right. Yeah, this is this I think triggered a lot of debate online yesterday or 2 days ago when it dropped. But this was pretty fascinating. It kind of shows you where any team's strengths and weaknesses are. But impressive data. More fodder for Premier League fans. So we love it. Okay.
Crimson Pizza said West Ham looking very left-footed. Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about Manchester United because I cannot wait for the next episode of Kicking It on Complex because what a run Manchester United has been on.
What
last time we saw them in the Premier League, they beat West Ham 1-0. Everything seemed like it was back to normal. Everyone looking good. Pogba's back, baby.
Yeah, I got a goal.
Then they lose. They lose to Middlesbrough. Or Borough.
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough. Again, you guys got to finish your work. But so they lose to Middlesbrough in penalties. I feel terrible for Alanga. You got to feel terrible. The kid goes up, skies it, head down. Everyone's coming up and lift your head. But as a Manchester United hater, I am really loving it. Just absolute loving it. And then they follow that up with a draw to Burnley.
Yeah.
Again, doesn't help you as an Everton fan. You need Burnley to be dropping points. Is it time to panic if you're Manchester United?
Well, before we panic, what is the expectation for Manchester United? What do they want?
You tell me.
What
at the beginning of the season, where did you think you didn't think they would win the league, right?
Let me see where I thought. I still have the do I still have this? Will this show? Yeah, here it is. These were my predictions.
We both thought they would finish second.
We both thought they would finish second, and they are not in second at all. So
I said Arsenal fifth.
Right.
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. What did I say?
I'm doing pretty good so far.
Where did I say? I said Everton would finish in eighth. I had Burnley.
I said seventh. I believed in them a little more than you did.
Wow.
We both believed in Leeds.
I was
a lot more.
I was more right. Yeah. Leeds injuries. Patrick Bamford is hurt. They had a shit luck the last.
Couch Sports said, "Oh, so you're going to talk about Manchester United? I'm gonna turn off now. See you later. Love you, Couch. Hope you're doing good."
Like if you don't bring in a player like Ronaldo and not expect at least Champions League, I assume.
I mean, they're in fifth place, so they'll at least get Europa, but I don't think that matters because I don't think Ronaldo's going to be here next season.
There was somebody on that came up on TikTok that I saw, and I wish I could remember his name. But he was talking about somebody was responding to a comment, and somebody said like, "Oh, for Barcelona," and essentially said like, "Oh, your best player left, like Lionel Messi, he left, and your team is in seventh or something like that." When they were in seventh a couple weeks ago, and then he responded by saying, "Well, your team got the best player and is in seventh now." Referring to Ronaldo, which I thought was like a nice little dig at that
beautiful
at that response. Yeah, I mean it's Rangnick is not I mean, I'm getting it's getting to a point where I'm getting tired of talking about Manchester United. There's so many
I'll
problems.
never get tired of it.
They have
Couch just said he's 37. Everyone's talking to Ronaldo. Everyone's talking Ronaldo like he's still in his prime. Yeah, you guys were when we're winning.
You're the ones sue this, sue that, you know. So that's
bro, you and I were there.
Deal with it.
How many? Okay, from when we left the doors of the stadium to getting clear of the crowd. How many sues did we hear? What would you guess? If you had a guess.
I mean, it had to be.
This is from the exit of the stadium, the door leaving the stadium
20
to like out of where the fans were.
25, 30?
Yeah. And in what if there was no crowd would be a 35-second walk, 40-second walk?
Right. All right. Yeah.
Insane. You guys were the ones. Y'all were acting like it was the second coming of Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Look, overall, the expectation, you know, Champions League. That I feel like that, as Joe Willock just said, sucks. Sucks. Did you see Alan St. Maximin responding back to an Everton fan on Twitter today? Robert, I did not see that.
I did not see that. That would be dope.
Hit me with a link. Would love to see what his response was. I hope it wasn't shitty. I hope it wasn't shitty, he said.
Oh, it probably was. I think when you look at Manchester United, you have to, at some point, you can't have this sort of just like consistent, you know, like, we suck, but we're going to finish in the top 4. You have to pick one. And I'm starting to think if you're Manchester United, you got to start worrying. No?
They've been worrying for months. I don't know. What's the...
a draw to Burnley?
It's not a loss. It's not a loss.
They came back.
Yeah, look, it's difficult to win in the Premier League, man. I don't know what it's not shocking. It's not shocking. I mean, unless you're Manchester City or Liverpool.
Couch said, told him to go stick a toffee up his backside.
What?
What are they called? Everton mints?
Toffees.
Liverpool mints?
Oh,
no, but there's like another term for them.
Mint, yeah.
When we were there, they told us. Everton mints?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeesh.
I can't find the tweet or the response, but whatever. Okay, look, it's every team is pretty good. I mean, it's I don't know what is the exact like shock. Manchester United are not a great team. I mean, especially when we know what the standard is for a league winning side, and it's Manchester City and Liverpool. Those are the only teams that essentially go in to any game and expect to win. Any other team, doesn't matter who they play against. I'm not shocked at the result.
Here's the link.
Okay.
All right. It's coming up. Somebody put average player deserves to play in the championship. That was a Everton fan who said that to Alain St. Maximin, and he put average in quotes was enough for today though.
Here
he put the Thierry Henry kind of cheeks jumping, buddy. This is beautiful. The ratio is pretty crazy though.
I don't understand the. Why say this? Why even waste your time? You're gonna get dunked on. Everybody's gonna lose their mind. But hilarious. I'm a fan of Alain St. Maximin on social media. He's great. He can dish it out a little bit.
Can I make this a little worse?
Go for it.
Can you tell me what date you see on the tweet from that he responded to?
January 15th. So the dude had it on lock.
He kept this in his draft.
In the drafts, he was like, okay, I see this game coming up. I gotcha.
So if you want January 15th, Alain St. Maximin, I guess this was Newcastle versus Watford. there was a picture of Allan Saint-Maximin sort of in the air. It looks like he's about to do some type of bicycle kick. There's no one around him. He's completely by himself. He quote tweeted that and said, "It's a hard one to take, but we have to be positive and continue to fight." And this guy, EFC Trey, responded, "Average player deserved to play in the championship." Now, there is no response to that. No response whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But what Allan Saint-Maximin did was he saved it. He kept it.
It's a good move.
And then a full, what is this, 18, no, more, 20 something days later.
Yeah.
He responded, "Average was enough for today, though," after he beats the team that this guy follows. That is petty poetry right there.
I mean, I'm sure he has these for all 19 other teams in the Premier League. I'm sure there's some comment from somebody, and he's like, "I got him."
He's got a whole shade folder ready.
He's like,
to go. He's got the clap back.
I know guns are legal out in England, but for some reason I'm locked and loaded and ready to go.
Yeah. My boy got the gas. He is. People are tagging us in it. So I don't know. Is Sunny So-Called Rob? Is that you, Robert from LA?
Yeah, that is
Rob.
So
that makes sense. All right, very cool. Also, by the way, Robert from LA keeps me up on everything happening on Twitter. My guy tags me in everything. Shouts to you.
Thank you.
Alexis must love that his Arsenal team have 3 games in hand on Manchester United. 100%.
Right.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Manchester United are in shambles and have been for ages, says Couch Sports. I love to see it, to be honest with you. You love to see it.
It's it's getting boring. Their constant disappointment.
Bay Area Guna said the AFCON final is a better topic than Manchester United. I agree. Did you watch the AFCON final?
I did. I was hoping Senegal would score and not take it to extra time so that we could have the level of heartbreak that I was expecting for Egypt, because Senegal was so much better.
But the poetry of Sadio Mane getting a penalty, 6 minutes into the match?
Mm-hmm.
And, his teammate, right, best player in the world, quote unquote, Mohamed Salah goes up to his own keeper, puts his hand over his mouth like he's in casino, and he starts telling him a bunch of data. Next thing you know, my guy saves the penalty. Huge moment.
Yeah.
Fast all the way forward to the final penalty. I mean, incredible penalties. I don't think one was missed until this moment. Sadio Mane steps up.
There were a few missed. There were a few misses. Yeah.
There were a few missed.
Yeah.
Sadio Mane steps up. He's already been stopped. He goes to the same space, but just kicks it a little bit harder.
A little bit, bruh. I thought that it looked like Kurt Zuma kicking a cat. That's what it looked like. He kicked that shit.
Oh, damn. I didn't know he hated the ball.
Bro, he hit that shit hard. This was...
he was like, I don't care if you guess. Try to stop this right here.
I saw this. I forgot who posted it. It might have been Bleacher Report or somebody. But in the first penalty during the game for Sadio Mane, you see Salah go up and talk to the keeper and said he's gonna go right. This is what the discussion was. Salah went up to the keeper, said he's gonna go to the right, and then Mane went up to both of them talking. And he goes, "I'm gonna go left," and then Salah said, "Yeah, let's see it," and then he went left and he stopped it. So they were trying.
He actually told
the
keeper to go the other way. Oh, I thought he meant to his right.
I was assuming it from the kicker's perspective. Yeah, so it could be whatever it was. Salah was trying to help his keeper. He told him he's going to go in one particular direction. Then Mane said, "No, I'm going to go in the other direction." And then Salah was like, "All right, let's see it." And I believe Mane went in the direction that that he said he was going to go to, and the keeper stopped it. So they were trying to their teammates or whatever.
Little gamesmanship.
Yeah, bro, trying to get in each other's heads. Everybody was like on point.
Robert from LA said Egypt's backup goalkeepers is toward the tournament. Hope he is given an opportunity to be signed by a big club. They say tournament performance can change your career, which is absolutely true. You see it with the Euros all the time. There's no reason why that doesn't happen with AFCON. Crimson Pizza then said, also bookmark the Egyptian goalkeeper for next week's Besito is 11 call-ups. He is every once in a while, without ever having requested it, I will get barbershop videos recommended to me on Instagram.
Okay.
Just a sea of guys getting their beards shaped up or getting fades.
From who?
Every once in a while, it's like, dude, it's a lot of Turkish dudes, to be honest with you.
Who is sending it to you?
No. This is on my Explore page.
Oh,
No matter what I search for, Instagram is like, this guy's definitely got to. I don't know if they can tell I'm at barbershops a lot, but they're like, this guy's got to see this. Every once in a while, you'll see like the guys getting their head shaved and those like toupees glued on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like faded in so it looks real. And I'm always like, yeah, it looks real. I don't know why I'm watching this. I could give a damn about this. And I don't need it, luckily. But every time this guy looked like every one of these Turkish dudes getting shaped up videos, the goalkeeper. And I felt terrible for him because for some reason he had to do an interview after the game. And he is, what's the face you make when you're about to cry? Like,
you're right.
That was his face. And they're like, you're man of the match, and he's holding the
man
of the match.
So sad.
And I'm like, why are you doing this thing?
It looked like
I tried to rewind so I could screen cap it, but
it did look like an actor who was trying to cry. You know what I mean? Like they were getting in the process of about to cry.
Just before he does a self-tape for an audition where you have to cry in it, he was like preparing himself. It was really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable.
Mohammed Abu Gabal. He's
absolutely. Shouts to Brushy87 who showed up again. That was my homie right there. Well, you just missed us talking about Manchester United.
But he was the backup keeper. But actually, what was really interesting was that he got hurt like 3 games ago. I forgot who they were playing against, but he pulled a groin and he was physically in pain. And the game that they went that went to penalties, I think like 2 games ago, and he stopped and he won the penalty shootout. So the fact that he was able to do this while injured as well is absolutely miraculous. And that final, he made some unbelievable stops against Senegal. Senegal was just so good. That's such an incredible squad. You forget who's Senegalese. I mean, it's Mane, Idrissa Gueye, the Koulibaly,
dude, they had
Diallo,
a beast of a squad.
Sarr, Kouyaté, the ballers, all of them, and they're all pretty much all in Premier League or Ligue 1 or whatever.
Serie A, Koulibaly.
So strong ass team coming from Senegal.
Nitra M said, "Did you see Egypt's goalkeeper's water bottle with the penalty kick?" All the penalty takers sort of strategy. Mm-hmm. That's not the first time I've seen that though. I know like it's getting a lot of I've seen keepers have like stapled sheets of paper with all of that on it. Have you not seen that?
Don't they usually put something on the bottle? I've never really. They can't have like a spreadsheet out there.
No, I've seen that happen.
You seen actual paper?
Yeah, they've had like full paper.
I've never seen that.
Also, we talked about this when we watched the men's national team of U.S. play Canada. The manager of Canada had an AirPod in his ear that was skin tone colored. So I think there was some cheating going on. I'm only saying that because they beat the U.S. But don't you think the goalkeeper should be allowed to have an earpiece?
No.
Of all the players on the pitch?
I don't think so, because obviously the appeal and excitement about soccer is that the coaches don't have they can't communicate that much with the players. The players have to figure it out on their own.
So don't you think the goalkeeper for penalties should be allowed to have one in his ear?
I would imagine it'd be way too distracting. There's no way it would be helpful. There's literally no way it would be helpful.
I don't know. So we're getting some information here in the chat. Couch Sports said you forget about Mendy in goal when you were talking about Senegal. Couch also said no, they pull up an iPad. I've seen that as well, but I've seen a bundle. Maybe it's an MLS. I've seen it, but I've seen a bundle of papers stacked. Colo Blanco said the info on the bottle is normal, but the graphics is new. Yeah. So if you didn't see it, it was actual like sort of looked like a statistician a graphic of a goal with like the hot zone where they like to go. The last few, like they've made 5 here. There's like a little ball with 5 in it.
Yeah.
There's like a little ball with 4 or like misses. I've seen a goalkeeper pull up a computer with a spreadsheet. Damn, they have a whole desktop back there. If Arteta's assistant can have an earpiece, then why not? I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let them talk to the goalkeeper and go, hey, by the way, this dude likes to go left.
Yeah, so I mean, it's clearly not against the rules to have an earpiece as a coach, because everybody knew what John Herdman was doing, but I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was listening to that would necessarily be helpful to him, but I mean, I can imagine it might be like some sort of
maybe he was like listening to like, baby, welcome to the party. I'm off the lane.
Maybe he was listening to Lil Jon and Eastside Boys. I don't know.
Nitra M said, Alexis in the goalie's ear. Go right. Go right. Yeah, it's really not distracting at all.
There's literally the pressure of your country is on the line, and then you just have some dude yelling in your ear what they think is going to happen. There's no way it could be helpful. I don't think it would be useful.
I think it would be super useful, especially in between. Like while the other keeper's up, you get to listen. All right, so next coming up is Sadio Mane. My homie's going to blast it right.
What's the difference between that and the water bottle with the direction?
Because now you're talking to somebody.
Oh, what do you for emotional support? What do you need it for?
It's like like updated information. I don't know. You got.
They don't know where they're gonna kick. That's the point. It's nobody knows.
What if a piece of tape fails on that bottle of water, and now you don't have Sadio Mane's goal preference?
No, but congrats to Senegal. That was deserve it. If you watch the AFCON. They were incredible throughout the entire thing. I mean, I think
Michael Raymond said, I thought they used earpieces because they're bored and are listening to the Cooligans. How hilarious would that be? Herdman's listening to our interviews?
No better endorsement for this show.
Barry going to say Canada's coach was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Let's go.
I didn't know you had a Spotify account. That's crazy.
Joe Willock said, Christian in the keeper's ear saying, you know what's tricky about crate training your dog? Yeah, I'm just doing bits. I'm just doing bits. And tell me if this is funny.
Bats, not a good substitute for girls. Am I right, everyone?
Let's go. All right. So
Alexis would say, go one way, and then ask why you didn't go the way the ball went. I meant their left.
Damn. Okay. Anything else?
I would be the worst person to be in the air because I'd be like, yo, wouldn't it be crazy if he just went straight dead center?
Okay, let's end here. This will be the last thing. We've been going on pretty long.
Christian said, Mike Raymond said, Christian saying, have you ever tried eating a burrito sideways? Nitram said, next kicker is Jizz Horncamp. Gold starts laughing. Look out, dude. You're going to get the Jizz is going to go right past you.
We have to talk about this because initially I thought this was a joke, but this was 100% real. Arsenal
football. Oh baby, come on now.
The Arsenal website, if you go to buy their merch, which is really it's what's keeping the club up nowadays. It's the only thing they make money on.
Because we need to buy a center forward real bad.
But when you have the shopping cart on the website, if you don't add anything into the shopping cart and click on the shopping cart, it says your basket is as empty as Tottenham's trophy cabinet. Okay, so this is shout out to the web developers that were like, you know what, should we add this? Should we do this? Because the bands is whether it's on social media, on the team store, the brand, and we've talked about this in the past when we went to London and we went to the Emirates. Even, as a non-Arsenal fan, it really boggles my mind how much Arsenal fans talk about Tottenham. This is, and I haven't been
because you're a small club that its rival, you never compete with the rival. That's the issue. Fine,
but even still, it's still a I've accepted it, and so whatever reason, I'm not. That's not the point. The point is that initially I thought that this kind of banter was more for the fans. Like the fans did this to each other.
No, this is a part of the culture of Arsenal.
To be an Arsenal fan is to hate Tottenham.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. They're intertwined.
They're part and parcel. HD Mike's said rent free. Okay, we got an Arsenal fan. We got a Tottenham fan in the house. Barry Good said, "Tell me where they lied."
Well,
Joe
and
Whitlock said,
so
"Fire."
maybe this is my question, because I haven't really hung out with a lot of Tottenham fans. Do Tottenham fans spend their time talking about Arsenal? Is this like a thing as well? Is it
Probably. I bet you they have like things they say like, "I wish we were them." Wow, why can't we win like they win?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be cool if we won?
Bayer Guna said Liverpool would talk about y'all if y'all could win. I know. It's fine.
Couch Sports said Christian doesn't understand because his team is the Tottenham in the rivalry.
Don't associate us with Tottenham, okay?
I know Tottenham is winning. Brushy87 said, haha, petty as hell, but it's on brand and part of the marketing. If you're going to ingratiate yourself to your fan base, and we've talked about this with MLS, when we started the show, MLS would like not only like admonish their clubs for joking around about each other or doing things online that was, had involved in the banter. They said, leave that for the fans. The clubs need to be classy. And they would get punished, they'd get fined, and then eventually they realized the fans don't want this. The fans don't want you to be classy. Baby, get in here, mix it up with us, will you?
Get in the mud with us, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Messy.
We're having fun. Get in here. And it's been better ever since. I actually think it's a better product because of it. I think Arsenal has always been, like, let me tell you a quick story about Arsenal. I'm taking the tour of the Emirates, and when you get to the, like, owner's box or whatever, there's, like, the space where, like, both ownership groups would sit. It's like a nice little area with like seating and dining area. And then you walk out to the center of the pitch from this area and you have like plush seating. It's beautiful. It's so much nicer than the area we were in. And the suite we were in was insane nice, right? So they would tell us that during match days, one of the things that Arsene Wenger made sure is they would get flowers of the other team's colors, so that when they came to that area as owners of the rival or whatever, the opposing club, they would feel, a bit more at home. They would know that they were being respected there, even if there was a rough rivalry. And I thought, wow, that's classy. And then I thought, get that out of there. We should be getting flowers they're allergic to. You know what I mean?
Right. There's a, I do. It's interesting because I've never seen Tottenham from the club's perspective ever deliver any.
No, hold on. Barry Aguna said Jack Wilshere's clearly running the team store now.
Yeah. Well,
and Michael Raymond said what you're saying, which is what's wild is Spurs have no way to respond.
Right.
What do you, if you have too much stuff in your shopping cart, you're gonna say it's like Arsenal's trophy cabinet?
Yeah. It's hilarious. It's punching down. Let's not get it twisted. It's just quite an attack on Tottenham from coming directly from Arsenal.
It's vicious. I thought they could add more. They could add more things,
sure.
If you have something in the shopping cart for a long time, right? But you just never finish, you never actually buy it, they could brand your shopping cart Brendan Rodgers.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. All right. That's I like where this is going. All right.
Maybe if you buy a bunch of stuff that's really expensive that you don't need, maybe they could brand your shopping cart the Manchester City,
Okay, just abundance. All right, I got it.
Right? Or maybe if you buy, because they do a lot of retro. You know how they do a lot of retro, Arsenal. That's one of the cool things they do is they actually will go back and remake some really cool stuff. Maybe you go back and you buy the kit that you used to love, but when you get it, it doesn't exactly fit and you have to throw it out. We can call that the Ronaldo, the Manchester United Ronaldo.
Okay, look, as far as, we're getting a free consultation right now.
Right? I mean, free marketing,
So you're welcome, Premier League clubs. All right. I think we should wrap here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. A reminder, check out our show on Fubo TV this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We have Meg Linehan from The Athletic. We'll be talking a lot of NWSL stuff. And listen to the podcast as well, or if you prefer to do that. Make sure you follow us everywhere at Soccer Cooligans and subscribe here on YouTube, youtube.com/soccercooligans. Feel free to hit subscribe on this video. Also, become a member of our YouTube channel. We'll appreciate that. Any support will go a long way and helping grow this show and making it a lot better. All right. Anything else that I've missed? I think we're good.
No. Most important thing you could do is if you're having a good time watching this, please hit that like button. If you would love to be a member, that's a lot like a subscription on Twitch. Please hit that button. But the best thing you could do is hit the subscribe button. And if you're listening and you don't watch, still go to youtube.com/soccercooligans, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know when we're on. It would be amazing.
Okay. Thank
you to everyone who hangs out with us. You guys are the best. I mean, we've got the regulars here are absolutely incredible. The show is better because you're here.
Exactly. So we appreciate the love and the time. I'm sure, you probably got a babysitter so that you could watch us or whatever. Or maybe we're the babysitter. I don't know. You could just plop your kid in front of a tablet, and I'm sure this is the most entertaining thing they've ever seen. Okay.
Yo, we need to get Steven Perales a job at Arsenal because he just said they should leave Tottenham a gift, and when they open it, it's empty with a note saying, "You guys should be comfortable with the emptiness." Jesus
Which is also
Christ.
very deeply almost
it is
hurts my soul.
soul shattering. Good God.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Everybody here on YouTube Live, we appreciate it. Everybody listening to the podcast, we appreciate you. All right. With that said, my name is Cristian Polanco.
I am Alexis Guerrero.
And together, what are we?
The Cooligans!
Boom.
Come on.
There it is. Thank you, everybody. We did it. Another one in the books. All right. Anything else? Any post?
No, that looks like it. Alexis, as a babysitter, is worrying thought that kid might be more mature. Wait, how did I?
The kid might be more mature than you. That's the point he's making.
Yeah, but how did I? Oh, you said go get babysitters. I'm like, when did I ever say yes to babysitting? I've never even babysat my nephew, and I love that kid.
Wow.
Hell no.
Are you planning on watching the Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl.
Of course. Who do you have?
The Rams, right? The Rams. Okay, they should beat the Bengals. I'm also, I'm a Giants fan, so I want to see Odell Beckham Jr. succeed. I think it would be a nice, slap in the face to all the, people that talk crap about him, and it'll redeem him after that.
Deserved it.
Yeah.
Kind of deserved it.
After the photo on the boat. Remember that was the big thing.
It did look like an album cover. What do you guys think of the slightly new layout with us in these bigger boxes? Are you a fan of it?
Yeah, we put the chat.
Is it easier to see us this way?
Yeah. Also, I want to get some thought. I don't even think we need the chat on the screen. I'm thinking about putting something else there.
I want to put the names up of people who've done like super chats and stuff like that.
Right.
Or like the most recent subscriber. I don't know. Golo Blanco, do you know how to do that by any chance? Because we don't.
I think
Aren't you a mod? Can't you do that?
I don't know if he can do it. No, he can't do it, but he can set it up. But I have to put it into OBS. So I got to figure something out. My computer is, whenever I do stuff, it starts to slow your screen down. It's a little frustrating.
So now we're learning what it is. Would you be able still to record the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right, good. Michael Prem said it's kind of hard to see the chat on the screen. Yeah, we literally just filled that area with a chat because we didn't know what else to put there. Golo Blanco said yes. Stream events. Okay. Well, then we need to put that in there.
Stream.
Like, you know what I would love if like whoever, if you spend your own hard-earned money, you should have your name on the screen. Like the person who spent the most on like a super chat goes up there. You know what I mean? Like, so for this one, it would have been, what's his name? There was someone who gave a super chat. No, it wasn't Color Blanco. Was it Crimson Pizza? Wasn't it Crimson Pizza?
Let's try it right now, bro.
What is right here over my face?
I'm adding the element.
Okay, well, get that off my face.
But see, I don't love the way this looks.
That's just events. Isn't there a way to like just have the name of the person pop up? I thought it was called like, Hero or something like that. Michael Raymond said, "Put the Spurs trophy shelf." That's what was there before we put the chat. Nothing. Come on. I know we can use Streamlabs. I just don't know what in Streamlabs to use for that. We'll figure it out.
We shall. All right.
They should allow you to raid. That'd be fun. I am, in fact, rooting for Uncle Stan's Rams. Come on, the more money in the Kroenke house, the more money in the Arsenal house. Okay? Why don't you split the camera and put the Cooligans logo in the middle? It's not a bad idea.
The logo would have to be fairly
further
small.
To the right. Yeah, you go further to the right.
Might work.
I think you'd only have it pop up at the bottom. I think that's the actual chat. But there should be a way to put like the name of someone, like whoever's
like the leader
recently. Yeah. The leader. I think it's called Hero. Gordo Blanco said, "Okay, I can send you guys the way to do it." Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's a couple.
I don't know if you're aware.
We don't
know what we're doing.
I want to try doing a couple things, like adding, kind of like scroll different images, maybe scrolling, maybe like a slideshow. I don't know, just like if like, let's say we're doing stand up somewhere, and then like it'll pop up here saying like, oh, go buy tickets for their show, and then it'll switch to something else or whatever as we're talking about it. I'm thinking about doing something like that. Look at Kinda Funny podcast and you'll understand what I mean. As referring, okay. As far as the layout, CCL is returning next week. Live stream NYCFC's Road to Glory. Yeah, we could do some of those games. Yeah, the first game is obviously in LA, the game against the Costa Rican team. But we'll do some stuff. All right, I think that's it. Thanks.
Oh, I see the layout. Yeah, it's similar to what we had back in the day, where we had like the you can kind of see the Cooligans logo between us. But there are 4 people, it looks like, in some of these videos. Yeah, so they have like a big logo in the middle.
The challenge we have is that we want to make the live stream like as aesthetically pleasing as possible. But then what is a little difficult is that if we make our boxes this large and this ratio, it makes it tougher to edit later for like clips, because we can't take our full camera, which you see here, like. It doesn't capture all of that so it's harder to get clips out of it. So that's kind of what we're going through right now, and we're trying to figure out.
We're trying to figure out how to like record the full camera separately so we could do whatever we want in here.
Yeah, but
it's not working out well.
Yeah, our computers can't really handle both. I need to record the actual stream, and I need to record my own camera, and my computer can't really do that too well. Robert from LA said, "Great show, guys. Have a great night." Likewise, Robert.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Roberto, we appreciate it.
Michael Raymond said, "Looking at you two is aesthetically pleasing."
Okay, all right.
Stop lying to us.
Shirtless Cooligans next week. We'll see you then.
Sure, do not put a plural on that, Cooligans, buddy.
HD Mike said,
"We will be taken off the air if I take my shirt off."
How about something like PTI's layout, which we could do that. And we've been thinking about doing a rundown as well, like putting all the topics that we're going to talk about on the screen there. That's been another thing that we've discussed. The Cooligans
feels a little old to me to do that. That's why I'm not a huge fan of it.
I mean, what's new? What's fresh? What would you guys like to see? We
need to be doing fucking TikTok.
We're happy to do whatever you need. Okay.
We didn't even get a stress deadline today.
I mean, because the show wasn't stressful. That's why.
It was for you. You should have 2 of these bad boys after that Everton loss.
Okay. Damn it. It says this background color. I want to change the color, like put a background behind that event listing in the back, but it doesn't seem to work.
We could do that on our own time.
We could, or we could just do it right here. But I changed the background color, but nothing changes. Anyway, it doesn't work correctly. All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Seriously, much appreciated. And we'll see you next week with a new show.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. You have no idea how much it means to us. So,
right. And again, hit the subscribe button if you have not. That's the only thing.
Is NYCFC looking better than last season? I can't say, but trust me, we're going to look good this season.
They signed the DP center back from
designated player.
Right. From the other city football group club in Japan. And
Tokyo
looks pretty good. Yokohama, is that Tokyo? Is that where they play?
I think so.
I don't know what city they're playing. I assume Yokohama is that a city? I don't know. Anyway,
Not exactly sure.
So but I think it's a good move. I mean, how many center back DPs have even been in MLS? Not many.
Yokohama Marinos.
Okay. I think they'll adapt, and
was the DP jizz at the end of the DP? It sure was.
But I think the NYCFC needed center backs. I mean, they only had Chanot and Collins, and really nobody else could play center back. Anytime they tried to play anybody else at center back, it just never worked out. Once Sebastian Ibiaga left, it didn't look good. So they needed some depth for sure. So hopefully that helps, because if Collins or Chanot had gotten injured at any point during the season, NYCFC doesn't win MLS Cup. That's how crucial and vital they were to their success. So, okay, let's say goodnight. Y'all are the best. We'll see you next week. And yeah, we did it again, everybody.
Shouts to us.
Peace.